Sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Shoot like the golden boy, but in front of the bay. You can't negotiate with Drake. You gon' have to pay.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers.
And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is gone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Out of the gun. Gone. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is brought in at the 21.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
He'll set up to throw.
They'll run the screen with Carson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
29-yard line.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
21 yards. First
down. Remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
A 1,000-yard rusher each of the last 2 seasons. It's Chris Carson.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A 6-yard
pick. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Wilson. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going to the passing game, it should open up his running game too.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal.
They'll try the left side. Carson, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a 1st quarter lead. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Rams nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Middle, and it's incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
He throws there, incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Returnable for Lockett. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson airing it out for Olsen. He's got him in. Complete. That's one heck of a 3rd down conversion, a pickup of 39.
On the play.
I'm I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Wilson. Dancing to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
A 10-yard loss on the play.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Seahawks 7, Rams nothing.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he wants Reynolds way downfield.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Now it's Lockett. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
5-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard gain.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
We praised him on tape yesterday for the angle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here to 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
First and 10.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Goff will lead the Rams up here, first and 10, just shy of the 30. He starts with a give to Akers, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
33-yard line. A gain of...
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
10 at the 42-yard line.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Second and 4 at the 36-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Akers. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's tackled.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
The Rams on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. It's complete. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It's a gain of...
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
This is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. They've got it first and goal at the 7. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
First down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And now he's going to use his legs. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
A pickup of 2 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
It's a gain.
A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Seahawks.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
On the handoff, it's Geis. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
3rd and long.
3rd down, here's Geis. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
is able to knock it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
On the give, this is Akers.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Darrell Taylor in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded at the 20. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Gain of 25 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He's brought down by Terrell Burgess.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Ram 16. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
3rd down.
They run it with Carson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And Pete Carroll looks like he likes his chances with the offense on the field. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He was brought down by
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Myers' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Goff now looking to throw. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, you got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They run again with Carson. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense knows, they're well aware that they're down 2 scores, and they figure this is pretty much their last chance. They know if they give up a touchdown here, that ends it. Nice job on 1st and goal to push them the other way, but they have to be thinking takeaway right here.
Wilson wants to throw it. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
16,
Tyler Lockett with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. From the gun, Wilson. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2-1. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Goff on 1st down. And it's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the victory here for Seattle, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
So they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Seahawks, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.